The levitation ball is an iconic part of Raz's movement. For the levitation ball prototype, we wanted to make something that felt fun and physical, but I didn't have a lot of time to author several animations. I needed to make a prototype quickly, so Double Fine could start using this in their levels, but the animations had to be polished enough to keep the art team happy, and my setup had to be stable enough for animators to build on in the future. The base movement set for the levitation ball has 3 animations and 3 additive poses. I started with 2 movement animations, a playful jog and a carefully balancing walk. The jog has Raz running confidently with his hands on his hips. I want Raz to play this when he's built up momentum. The walk has Raz with his arms out, trying to balance. I want him to play this when he's speeding up, slowing down, or changing direction. First, I brought the jog animation into Unreal, and I connected the velocity that the character is moving into the play rate of this animation. Now this animation will speed up or slow down to match Raz's move speed. If Raz ever stops moving entirely, then this animation freezes. Next, I authored a blend space that blends between the careful walk and the carefree jog. I can now have Raz hold his arms out more or less based on a variable. I use velocity to drive this blend as well, so Raz looks more stable when the ball is moving forward quickly, and less stable if the ball is moving forward slowly. I'm still driving the play rate of these animations off the velocity, so if Raz stops moving entirely, then this blend space is set entirely to the careful walk and the animation freezes. The third animation is an idle. For the idle pose, I have Raz oriented completely upright on the top of the ball, rather than being oriented behind it. This way, when Raz blends to this pose, he will seem to roll forward to the top of the ball, and when Raz starts moving again, he'll lag behind the ball slightly. I brought this into Unreal, and I set up an idle state to play this animation. When Raz stops moving and his velocity hits 0, I transition out of that frozen walk and into this idle state. When Raz starts moving again, I transition back from this idle state and into the movement animations. Finally, I wanted Raz to look in the direction that the player is inputting. Raz moves in wide arcs when he's on the ball. He doesn't change direction quickly based on input. This is fun, but it doesn't feel responsive. I want to give the player the feedback that Raz intends to change direction by having Raz always look towards the direction that the player is inputting. In order to do this, I use 3 additive animations. One where Raz is looking completely behind him to the left, one where Raz is looking completely behind him to the right, and one where Raz is looking straight forward. I place these in a blend space that smoothly interpolates between them based on a variable. I add this additive blend space to Raz's locomotion animation state. Every tick I find the angle between the direction the ball is moving and the direction the player is inputting. I drive this additive blend space using this variable. So now, if Raz is rolling to the right, and the player is driving him to the left, Raz will turn around and look behind him. Raz will always look wherever the player is directing him to go. These are the animations and the logic that make up the base motion for the levitation ball in this prototype.